and good morning, good afternoon to our dear colleagues and friends, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a pleasure to be here yet again for the third consecutive year. This is becoming an annual event, and we certainly would like to discontinue this practice, but unfortunately there is too much happening around the world and in certain countries that makes our task even more difficult to discontinue this, because as was mentioned by our colleagues previously, human rights violations continue to occur. Not a single state can claim to be completely free from human rights violations, but it is important to recognize the problems and to search and look for solutions to these problems through collective efforts. And we certainly hope that this event and this report will contribute to reaching this goal. The subject of our discussion holds significant relevance, particularly as we examine the challenges and shortcomings in today's global efforts to advance and safeguard human rights. Human rights are increasingly exploited as a justification for meddling in the sovereign affairs of independent nations, thereby undermining their autonomy. This pattern is particularly evident among self-proclaimed model democracies of the so-called collective West, which frequently replace meaningful international discourse with accusatory rhetoric and public condemnation. This approach manifests in moral grandstandings, linking financial and developmental aid to so-called democratic reforms, issuing demands, and employing coercive tactics in global diplomacy. These troubling developments must be addressed collectively. As the international order evolves towards greater fairness, it is crucial to reinforce the principles of sovereign equality and respect for the diverse historical, cultural, and religious identities of nations. Today we present the second joint report of by the Ministries of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Belarus and the Russian Federation, a testament to our close collaboration in advancing human rights. The strong reaction to last year's report within the United Nations, the OSCE, and the broader international community has motivated us to make this a regular endeavor. And before going into several key specific conclusions that we came to while preparing this report, I would simply like to echo what Mr. Dimitan has said about the volume of this report. When he said that it was 1,600 pages, that was actually the English version of the report, but the original is prepared in Russian, and it is 1,860 pages. But if you're interested in taking a look of what these reports look like if you print them, well, this is just sort of one example. This is the English version, and what is more striking is this is printed on both pages, so it's not a single-face document. It's printed on both sides of each page. So if you think that it's going to be a very quick exercise in reading these, I would have to disappoint you. And but these are, as I said, comprehensive. They address the key events that happened since last year's presentation of the report, but also in order to provide a clearer and broader picture of how we view these situations. They also, by each country, present the sort of historical background of it, so as to allow those who read and who examine these reports to understand where these problems came from and why they occur and why they happen in specific circumstances. Western states and their allies are actually and actively distorting World War II history, rehabilitating war criminals, and glorifying Nazi collaborators as freedom fighters. Their tactics include erasing historical truths, attacking cultural heritage, demolishing monuments, and persecuting religious institutions. Ukraine, the Baltic states, and increasingly Moldova are at the forefront of this dangerous trend. A separate place in the report is given to the topic of violation of the rights of Russian Belarusian citizens, and in general people for whom the Russian language is their native language. After the Russian Federation began a special military operation to denazify and demilitarize Ukraine and protect the civilian population of Donbass, Western countries began to vigorously promote an emerging form of xenophobia, which is Russophobia. The authorities of Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, and Ukraine have been the most successful in this, making the most active efforts to squeeze the Russian language out of all spheres of life. The document, published both in English and Russian on our foreign ministries' websites, compiles verified cases of human rights abuses in the countries examined. We appreciate your presence today. Once again, I extend my gratitude to all of you here today, and thank you once again for coming, and we hope that you will find the report that we are presenting today useful and helpful in your human rights professional activities, and we remain prepared and ready to answer any questions or comments if there are any. Thank you very much.